Hi, ThatPaulGuy, and today I've got a new power supply. All right, so with that being said, I appreciate you watching. Don't forget to click and like, subscribe, all that, or I could actually tell you what's in the box and what I'm doing, huh? All right, so as you can tell, or as you might be able to tell at the moment here, this is an ARESGAME 500 watt. It's an AGV 500 watt power supply, and there's some very specific reasons why I bought this. First of all, it's very inexpensive. I'm not going to say like cheap, but it's inexpensive according to power supplies when all the power supply stuff is going up right now. It is a little bit less expensive. I think I got this one for like $40 or $45 on Amazon. I'll leave a link. It's not an affiliate link, so I'll kind of leave a link down there so you guys can find it and see it and all that stuff. It's not an affiliate link. I haven't gotten that far yet, but we are going to take a look and see why I got this particular power supply and what makes this difference. It is an 80 plus bronze, so that is a good thing right there. It comes with your basic power supply stuff in it. This one I noticed did come much more well packed, I guess you could say. The bubble wrap on it is pretty cool. I do like that. It says use the original cables. Their cables on this, it's not a modular. It is attached, but they're all black. They're all black connectors, and so it's going to look pretty good in any case. The 24 pin is rounded. It's braided, or we've got the braided cover. All the rest of them are flat, and it is in a bubble wrap. So you can pull it out of there, and I'll stick that off to the side. It does come with one multi-use bag that's got some tie wraps and some screws in it so you can secure the power supply. And it does come with a little note and a test. There's like a little test jumper in there so that you guys can go ahead, or I can when I get ready to do this, plug that into the 24 pin power without hooking it into the computer. Just go ahead and plug it into the 24 pin. Turn it on. It should give you an indication. The fan's spinning. It says that the power supply is working like it's supposed to be working, and everything else has been pre-tested. So we'll go back to here. One very, very important reason why I got this, I didn't see it on any other reviews, and I looked for an inexpensive power supply that was well rated. I wanted at least an 80 plus or 80 plus bronze or something like that, that had features that I could use in the HP old pre-built computer that I'm trying to rebuild that I got from my sister and my brother-in-law. It's an older, from like 2008, and it has a 24 pin and a 4 pin. Most power supplies now, unless you're getting a, say, an upper model or something that's 750 watts or above, are only going to come with an 8 pin or maybe even 2 8 pins, because some of the motherboards now will take an 8 pin and a 4 pin, or an 8 pin and a 8 pin for CPU power. Well, most of the rest of them only have that one 8 pin connector. This one, however, not only comes with a 6x2 pin that you can do with the PCIe or your video cards, but let me go ahead and switch back here. There's the CPU, PCIe, and the other CPU. Very important thing about this, if I can get it to do it real quick, there we go. It separates into two 4-pin connectors. So they lock into place really, really well. That's the one thing that I did see a couple of people review, was that the locking mechanism was very solid on these, and so I was pretty happy about that, if I can slide that back in there. But so you can use it as an 8 and a 4, you can use it as an 8 and an 8, or you can use just the one 4-pin. And I guess I'm going to have to slide that back in a minute. But the one constant review I did see on these was people talking about the PCIe that were the 6x2, and they do slide and lock very well. And playing around with this, you can tell that they do. But the one thing that really interested me was not necessarily using the 8-pin CPU, but using one of the 4-pin CPUs to go with the 24-pin that came normally on the board. Now this is going to help me out because, like I said, that the old HP computer that I've got it actually has a 24 pin and a 4 pin, the 4 pin for the CPU, no 8 pin. And any of the other PSUs I was looking at that were lower model, or 400 or 500 watt, weren't like that. This does come, I believe, from 500 watts up to 1,000 watts. It's like 500, then 650, then 750, and so on. It is a newer company. It is a Chinese company that I believe they came into business October, November, or something like that of last year, with the goal of producing a quality product at an affordable price. And anybody that's been looking at power supplies lately knows that they are completely they're going out of control, and they're more expensive, they're harder to find, and they're all becoming very standardized where you're getting one size fits all. One size fits all meaning that connectors, whatever connectors they're going to send for you. You cannot, even if you get a modular power supply, you cannot interchange those cables, because those cables are one specific pin out for each company that does it. They all connect to the same connector when they're on your motherboard, but each company has their own wiring that they want to do for the connections themselves. So you can't just swap, say, like an Asus for an EVGA for Corsair or anything. You're going to run into problems. So you definitely want to something that you can use the same branded or the same designed cables that go in that power supply. And modular power supplies also get a little bit expensive, and those are usually the ones that will let you have the 4-pin option, or the 4-pin plug option. Not so with the ARESGAME. So I will carry on with this a little bit. So far, all the reviews have been really good. I wanted to tell you guys what I got, why I got it, and I will go ahead and leave a link to ARESGAME.com down there. It's a California address with real live human evidently that's in charge of it. But I will also, as I do this build, I will also go ahead and let you guys know what I think of the power supply. And after running it for a while and seeing what it does, I'll give you my thoughts, good or bad or indifferent, on whether I think it's a good buy. Right now, it's looking like a pretty good deal. I like the way it was packed. I like the way it's put together. And the reviews on it that I've seen so far have been really good, but nobody mentioned the versatility of the plugs. They did on the GPU plugs, the PCIe plugs, but nobody mentioned the versatility of the CPU plugs, which is what I found on their website, and that's the reason why I bought this power supply. So I know it's a relatively quick, it's not really a review much as it is an unboxing and kind of an overview, but I wanted you guys to be aware and see that if you are, especially in this time where it's hard to get GPUs, and you might be looking at older upgrades, and you're looking for something that might work in a motherboard that is older, that has older fittings, you might be able to find something with a power supply like this. So that's all I got for right now, folks. Like I said, just want to make you aware of that. Don't be afraid to click that like button. Please do. That'd be awesome. Hit that subscribe button and follow me on the other socials. I'd love to see you on my other social media. And until next time, folks, I've got plenty of the stuff going on with the HP pre-builts and testing them against each other, and a bunch of stuff coming up. So it ought to be fun to watch. The next several weeks should be pretty fun. And that's all I got for right now. So until later, or until then, yeah, until some other time. I'll see you later.